All right, SPY update here on the 4th. Man, the last couple days I've been traveling. Horrible timing. Absolutely horrible timing. Kind of annoying. Although I did get the bulk of the move. Like I stopped trading today at around like 2.5 hours into the market. Once we hit 510, and it bounced to 520, and I was pretty much done at that point. I had other stuff I had to do, and we finished at 505. I was not next to a computer. It's just a crazy market right now, and that is not happening again until this correction is over with. So next week, I'm going to be at my computer all day long until this correction ends, trying to make as much money as possible on these puts, which I hope that you are buying puts too and making lots of money, because it was just like free money basically. Let's get into the chart. So we go back to here, and then this part right here is a lot of people, including myself, have had trouble figuring out what this is, but 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. And this part right here is kind of tricky, but at this point, I think that this is just a fifth wave right here. Because this right here looks like an ABC move. It breaks the high. It looks like an expanded flat to me. So if it's an expanded flat, we're just looking for a C wave down. Of course, on an expanded flat, you're looking for the 1.61 fib. And this has gone all the way down past the 2.61 fib and potentially hitting the 4.23 fib here soon. If we look at this 5-wave move, which is not WXY anymore, that's not even possible anymore. You can see here we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, ABC 4, and then 1, 2, 3, probably ended today. I think the third wave ended today. So in Elliot Wave, you can have an extension, and that's exactly what this is. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There should be a bounce next week. We're in this demand zone. We filled this gap. We broke the August lows. We finished below the August lows. And there should be a bounce, but it's probably not going to be very big. Maybe back to 510 to 525, somewhere in that range. And then I'm expecting another plunge of about 10%. Why do I say that? Well, if you look at the daily, we're obviously below all moving averages. Weekly, we only have this 200 is down here at 466. And on the monthly, same thing. You have no support from the 20 anymore. We're below that. The next support is the 50 on the monthly at 461. So we are headed down to 460, 470. You can see here we hit it in the bear market lows of October 22. We went past it in the COVID crash. We hit it back here in 2011 before most of us were trading, including myself. So this has only been hit twice, basically. And I think we're going to hit it a third time. After that, I personally think this is a diagonal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think we're still going to go to 700, but I think you got another 10% down coming here soon. I'm just going to do SPY in this video. I've had a long day, and I have not really looked at any of the charts. So to put it all together is going to be kind of tough right now, because a lot of these stocks have basically hit their targets. So you got to figure out what's going on from here. So overall, SPY is not a buy yet. If you talk to a financial advisor, they're going to tell you to go all in here, which I did that yesterday, and I just listened, and I was like, nope, I'm putting in the treasury for a while for a long-term portfolio. I was like, I might get in here soon, but for right now, I'm just waiting for a real bounce. I'm waiting for this trend to change before you want to put your money in. You don't want to put your money in when it's going down here. I was actually going to talk about this in a separate video, because I see a lot of people making the same mistakes, which is When the stock is going down, okay, yeah, you're hitting lows. It's good to put money to work, but you don't know how far this is going to go down. You have an idea, but if it keeps on going down lower and lower and you're putting money up here, you're going to lose money. You need to wait for the bounce, because it's not going to go straight up like this. You're not going to miss the move. Wait for the bounce, and then when it comes back down, there's where you buy in right there. You don't buy in on these right here, because there's people buying in at 515, 510, and now we're at 505, and we're probably going lower. Those people are going to be down in their account, potentially getting scared out of their position, even though it's SPY, and it's just not a good way to invest. So I think that we are in the 7th wave, and we should be starting the 8th wave here. Again, one more time. Something like that, but down here to 460 to 470. I think there's a gap down there too, but I couldn't find it in the last video. It's actually down here at 441. So we're about to find out how low it can go, but I think that you should see a bounce early in next week. If you look at the options here, not on SPY, but on QQQ, they sold a ton at the end of the day for 524 actually. So 30 million, 8 million, 4 million. So that's essentially buying it right there by selling these puts at the end of the day for 620. They're saying it's probably going to go higher from here over the next couple of months. So yeah, again, SPY is probably just going to bounce and then go lower. You have all kinds of gaps now. That's pretty much all there is to say. I would probably just wait for a bounce to show us the bottom. I think this is probably going to be a 4th wave, and you're probably going to see another move lower. So I'll do an update on some individual stocks here later. Kind of tired, but that's the update for now. We're probably going down to 460 to 470.